Welcome all who wander and the curious. Get ready for a tall tale of one of the most influential monsters I've covered so far, the giant race. Before we dive into this monumental journey, let's establish some ground rules. I will only be delving into the humanoid variant, the ones that have left an everlasting imprint on mythology, folklore, and pop culture. While giants come in various forms, from godlike figures to hybrid beings and even colossal animals, our focus today is on the human-like giants. Now that we've set the stage, we'll be starting with the internet's most popular hybrid, the Nephilim. Mentioned in ancient Hebrew texts are some of the earliest giants known to humanity. These pre-Diluvian giants were believed to be the offsprings of the sons of God and the daughters of men. Their existence, according to religious text, was a factor in the decision to bring about the Great Flood. These enigmatic figures have sparked intense debate among theologians and scholars, with explanation ranging from divine beings to mythical ancestors. In British folklore, we find Gog Magog, a giant who is said to have been defeated by the legendary hero Corineus, and later Brutus, the mythical founder of Britain. The story of his defeat signifies the triumph of the new order over the old, a theme deeply rooted in British mythology and history. The story of David and Goliath is perhaps one of the most famous tales in the Bible. Goliath, a giant warrior from the Philistine city of Gath, challenged the young David to a duel, and was famously defeated with a single stone from his slingshot. This iconic biblical story symbolizes the victory of faith, wit, and courage over physical might. It became an enduring narrative of resilience and determination against formidable odds. The tales of Jack the Giant Killer and Cormoran share some similarities. Jack the Giant Killer is a well-known English folk tale that features a young hero named Jack who embarks on a series of adventures to defeat giants and other mythical creatures. Often with clever tricks and daring feats, these tales are typically set in the English countryside and showcase Jack's resourcefulness and bravery. Cormoran, on the other hand, is a figure from Cornish folklore, specifically associated with the coastal village of Murrazyan in Cornwall. Cormoran is portrayed as the menacing giant who terrorized the area. Jack the Giant Killer is also known for defeating Cormoran. The specific details and settings of Cormoran's legends are more localized in Cornwall. In Norse mythology, the Jotnar are often referred as to frost giants. They're formidable beings living in the realms of ice and fire. One of the most notable Jotnar is Ymir, who was involved in the creation of the world according to Norse cosmogony. These giants are complex figures, often embodying natural forces and the mysteries of the cosmos, shaping the foundational myths of the Norse world. In Canaanite and biblical lore, the Rephait were a race of giants residing in the ancient lands of Canaan. They were often associated with the Nephilim, and their presence have influenced various biblical narratives. The Rephait's role in biblical history and their interactions with other biblical figures remain subjects of scholarly discussion and interpretations. Bran the Blessed, a giant and legendary king from Welsh mythology, played a significant role in the Mabinogion. His wondrous deeds and tragic fate has solidified his place in Welsh folklore. Bran's story is filled with magical artifacts, wars, and profound themes that have enriched Welsh mythology, making him a captivating figure in the lore of Wales. In Greek mythology, giants or gigantes were a race of enormous and powerful beings born from the blood of Uranus, when he was castrated by his son Kronos. These giants were known for their formidable strength and were often depicted as adversaries of the gods. Their battles with the Olympian deities are central to the Greek mythology, exemplifying the eternal struggle between order and chaos, civilization and the wild. The Cyclops were a unique breed of one-eyed giants. They were known for their forging skills and were even credited with crafting the Thunderbolt of Zeus and other powerful artifacts. And among the Cyclops, the infamous Polyphemus stands out in the Greek mythology. He is famous for the encounter with Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey. Polyphemus' story represents the clash between civilization and the untamed forces of nature. His role in the epic is a testament to the enduring themes of heroism and wit in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Antaeus, another figure from Greek mythology, was a giant and a wrestler known for his extraordinary strength. He gained power from his connection to the earth, and this made him nearly invulnerable. Hercules, in one of his famous labors, managed to defeat Antaeus by lifting him off the ground, disrupting his source of strength. The story underscores the cleverness and the determination of heroes in overcoming powerful adversaries. In Irish mythology, the Fomorians were a group of supernatural beings, often depicted as giants or monstrous creatures. They're associated with the sea and chaos, and their conflicts with Tuatha De Danann, another group of divine beings, play a central role in Irish mythology. The Fomorians represent the primordial and the untamed forces of the world, offering a unique perspective on the struggle between order and chaos. And last but not least, in American folklore, Paul Bunyan stands as a towering figure both in stature and legend. This giant lumberjack, known for his colossal strength and the creation of geographical landmarks, was created in the 19th century. Paul Bunyan's tales of epic adventures and superhuman feats in the wilderness have become an integral part of the American folklore, celebrating the spirit of the frontier and the immense potential of human imagination. Beyond their physical presence, giants hold incredible symbolism in mythology. According to an article by M.A. Carrillo and M.A. Fernandez, the Earth gave birth to giants to avenge the imprisoned Titan, symbolizing the predominance of forces arising from the Earth. Giants embodied the exaggerated aspects of everyday life and the unbridled primal instincts that it can contain, which they can only be overcome through the joint efforts of a god and a man. In other articles, giants embody a duality of symbolism. They represent chaos or disorder, posing a threat to the orderly natural world or social community. Their immense size grants them the power to disrupt and cause significant damage. However, there are also giants like Talos, the guardian of the Isle of Crete, created by Hephaestus to guard and prevent invaders from entering the island. Giants, although immensely powerful, often fall when confronted with bravery and cleverness, because they rely on brute force and instincts. In many myths, giants are often portrayed as having both limited intellectual abilities and lacking physical beauty. Overall, the myth of the giants call upon the heroism within humanity. Giants, whether representing chaos or creation, stand as symbols of the humanity's constant battle against the overwhelming forces in the world. Overcoming giants, whether through strength, intelligence, or teamwork, reflects humanity's ongoing struggle to surpass its own limitations and conquer the formidable challenges of existence. In the ancient world, the Greeks spun their own tales of giants, creatures that they believed were once flesh and blood, their colossal bones emerging from the earth. These massive remains, eerily human-like, can still be discovered in Greece today, but modern science offers a different perspective. These bones belong to the prehistoric megafauna, like mammoths, mastodons, and woolly rhinoceroses, which once roamed the region. The Greeks, unfamiliar with these colossal creatures, sometimes confused the remains with those of human-like giants. Any unusual features in these bones were attributed to the imaginative, grotesque traits assigned to these imagined giants. It's fascinating to note that the long bones of elephants and humans bear a striking resemblance, making them potentially mistaken for one another. Geological events can damage the skulls of prehistoric elephant relatives. This can leave behind massive long bones, ribs, and vertebrae that look similar to human bones. According to Greek mythology, giants were the offspring of Uranus, the sky, and Gaia, the earth, although they almost never came into existence. Uranus feared the power of the giants and kept them imprisoned within Gaia's womb. Uncomfortable with the situation, Gaia conspired with her elder son, Kronos, to overthrow Uranus. Kronos succeeded and spilled the blood, releasing the giants from their prison. Kronos took control, but he was soon overthrown by Zeus, the king of the gods. This enraged the giants, who armed themselves with trees as clubs and boulders as projectiles. They waged war on Zeus and the other Greek gods in an epic battle known as the Gigantomachy. Despite their might, the giants were defeated and buried beneath mountains. Their tormented struggles were set to cause earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The Cyclops of Greek myths were said to inhabit the island of Sicily. Interestingly, the island was once home to the ancient elephants, where massive ancient skulls and bones can still be discovered today. Scholars have suggested that the first inhabitants of the island may have mistakenly thought that the central hole in the elephant's skull, where the trunk is attached, was the enormous single eye socket of the Cyclops. Some blacksmiths in ancient Greece may have also worn eye patches to prevent sparks from blinding them in both eyes. This parallels the first Cyclops in Greek myths, who were also blacksmiths, working in smoky forges under Mount Etna. These Cyclops were believed to have crafted powerful artifacts, including Zeus's thunderbolt, Hades' invincibility helmet, and Poseidon's trident. The Giant's Causeway on the northeast coast of Ireland, a spectacular formation of around 40,000 interlocking columns of basalt rock. According to the Irish legend, the Irish giant Finn McCool built the causeway to reach Scotland and face the Scottish giant Benindonner. In geological terms, this wonder is caused by volcanic activity. About 65 million years ago, lava flowed over the area, and as it cooled, it fractured into the columns as we see today. As centuries passed, the discovery of giant skeletons was not limited to ancient myths. In the United States, reports of giant skeletons persisted until the early 20th century. However, most of these claims were a mixture of hoaxes, scams, fabrications, and misidentifications of extinct megafauna. Some of these discoveries were supposedly found in Native American burial mounds, with heights ranging from 7 feet to an astonishing 20 feet tall. In 1934, Alice Hadlika, the curator of anthropology at the Smithsonian Institution, dismissed the idea of the race of giants between 7 and 8 feet tall. Hadlika believed that the abundance of giant discoveries occurred because people were often eager to believe in them, and they frequently misinterpreted the length of the femur bone due to their limited knowledge of the human anatomy. Throughout the 19th century, North America saw widespread belief in the prehistoric lost race. European settlers embraced myths of pre-Columbian settlements from the Old World, seeing colonization as the continuation of a distant past. They often portrayed native people as having diminished roles or denied their intellectual and cultural capabilities. This narrative evolved into the myth of the Mound Boulder race, which claimed that the massive earthworks of the Mississippi Valley was not built by the ancestors of Native Americans, as it is now widely believed, but by prehistoric white race of the mound builders. This narrative often served as a justification for violent acts against Native Americans, framing them as defensive or retributive measures. The belief in a lost race of giants was so widespread that it even found its way into the speeches of prominent figures. Abraham Lincoln talked about the lost race of giants when describing the age of Niagara Falls, showing how these myths influenced public discourse. And it didn't help that the rise in literacy rates and the emergence of cheap newspapers led to the spread of these myths. Stories about giant skeletons were presented as facts in the media. Some newspapers even made up stories to create sensationalism. But despite these myths, some experts started to doubt the claims about giant skeletons. Even though it didn't change public perception much, scholars like Alice Hadlika and Donald Ball were important in exposing the flaws in these stories. And lastly, the Giant of Castelnau refers to the bone fragments discovered in 1890, initially believed to belong to one of the largest humans ever known. However, in 2022, new research suggested that the remains were most likely from a cave bear rather than a human. In conclusion, the myth of the giant skeletons serve as a powerful example of how myths and legends can shape our understanding of history, revealing our innate desire to believe in the extraordinary and the impact of these beliefs on our perception of the past. In a world where giants routinely stomp through their ways into our lives through movies, TV shows, video games, card games, board games, sports, music, literature, food, and so much more, these colossal creatures have made an incredible mark on human history. They continue to infuse excitement into the hearts of new generations to come. So here are some notable references that showcase their enduring presence. In the realm of movies, we have Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. The sequel to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is a family comedy film that continues the innovative mishaps of a brilliant scientist. This time, the inventor accidentally transforms his young child into a towering giant. The movie takes viewers on a delightful journey through the challenges and humorous situations that arise when dealing with a toddler of colossal proportions. The Princess Bride, made in 1987, is a beloved classic known for its enchanting blend of romance, fantasy, and swashbuckling adventure. This timeless tale weaves together the story of Princess Buttercup and her true love, Wesley, as they face various obstacles, including an ingenious and kind-hearted giant named Fezzik. The film's witty humor, memorable quotes, and unforgettable characters have made it a favorite among audiences of all ages. Big Man Japan, made in 2007, this Japanese mockumentary film offers a unique take on the giant trope. The protagonist can grow to a colossal size to battle various kaiju-like creatures. The film explores the challenges and absurdities of being a giant hero and celebrity. In the world of TV shows, we have Game of Thrones. With 8 seasons long, the Game of Thrones series introduces us to the giants beyond the wall, a cold and mysterious place in the show's world. These giants are colossal beings who live in the untamed wilderness and play a significant role in the series. They are both awe-inspiring and tragic figures, showcasing the complexity of giants in fantasy. Attack on Titan is a dark fantasy anime set in the world where humanity's final refuge is within walled cities, safeguarding them from menacing titans. The story tracks Eren, Mikasa, and Armin as they confront these colossal foes while uncovering secrets hidden within the walls. With themes of freedom, survival, and the grim toll of war, Attack on Titan is a captivating series that offers intense storytelling and character development, making it a must-watch cultural phenomenon. In the anime One Piece, giants are a notable and colossal race. They appear in various roles, such as legendary rivals like Dory and Braji on Little Garden, and marines like Vice Admiral John Giant and the looming kingdom of Elbaf. These towering figures and their rich mythology adds depth and adventure to the series, reflecting enduring themes of honor and friendship. Overall, giants are a captivating element in the diverse world of One Piece. Lastly, in the world of video games, Kingdom Hearts is a popular video game series that combines Disney characters and worlds with those of Final Fantasy. It follows the adventure of a young hero named Sora, who wields a magical weapon called the Keyblade. Sora travels through various Disney-themed worlds, battling the Heartless, who are these dark creatures that threaten the universe's balance. Darkseid is a powerful recurring enemy in the series. It represents the darkness and often appears at pivotal moments in the storyline, typically as a challenging boss battle. The Darkseid serves as a symbol of ongoing struggle between the light and the darkness within the Kingdom Hearts universe. Elden Ring is a 2022 action RPG that features a vast open world inhabited by massive giants. It's a collaborative project between George R.R. Martin and Hideaki Miyazaki, renowned for his Dark Souls series. Players embark on a quest to mend the shattered Elden Ring in a realm ruled by demigods, utilizing a combat system that offers melee, ranged, and stealth options, along with crafted items. Despite its mysterious narrative, the game's world, filled with giants and challenging gameplay, has earned widespread critical acclaim, resulting in a commercial success. And last but not least, Shadow of the Colossus, released in 2005, is a renowned action-adventure game designed for the PlayStation 2. The player takes control of a character called Wander, who embarks on a perilous journey into the Forbidden Land to vanquish 16 beings and revive a girl named Mono. The game's minimalistic narrative, emotional depth, and epic battles have garnered it a gaming masterpiece. With its unique gameplay and expansive open-world environment, this game stands as a significant artistic achievement in the world of gaming. With giants having a wide array of powers and strengths, it's fascinating to compile a list of traits and abilities noticed through various mythologies and fantastical tales. Though not all giants exhibit the same characteristics, understanding these powers provide insight into their complex and often imposing nature. So here's a compilation of notable attributes attributed to giants. Incredible strength is the bedrock of the giant's might. They can perform extraordinary feats like lifting colossal boulders and uprooting trees with ease. This tremendous power, coupled with their immense size, makes giants both physically imposing and visually striking. Giants are often depicted as having remarkable durability, capable of enduring severe damage and toughing through the harshest conditions. Some giants are even known for their terrifying roars, which can instill fear and panic in their adversaries. In certain myths, giants exhibit an innate connection to the natural world, granting them control over elements like earth, wind, and water, allowing them to unleash chaos and havoc. They may also possess the gift of earth manipulation, enabling them to mold the terrain to their will. Their near invulnerability to conventional weapons makes them formidable in combat. Some giants even possess the power of shape-shifting, which they use for disguise and trickery. In various mythologies, giants are often attributed to mortality or an exceptionally long lifespan. But just as giants boast an array of extraordinary powers, they also possess intriguing vulnerabilities and weaknesses that add depth to their character in mythology and fiction. While not all giants share the same limitations, understanding these weaknesses can offer valuable insight into how they can be outsmarted or overcome in various narratives. Despite their impressive strength, giants face distinct challenges due to their colossal size. Their sheer mass often results in slower movements compared to their more agile adversaries. Therefore, their surrounding environment and the presence of confined spaces become crucial factors to consider in any confrontation. When it comes to intelligence, giants often favor brute force over strategic thinking, providing opponents an opportunity to even the odds with clever tactics. Additionally, giants can be prone to hubris, an excessive pride, and arrogance that stems from their physical superiority, which ironically can lead to their own undoing. Despite their intimidating appearances, most giants aren't invulnerable. Skilled adversaries can exploit their limited agility, so recognizing these weaknesses is crucial when facing even the mightiest of giants. With all that considered, with epic tales, enigmatic histories, and their profound influence on cultures worldwide, giants invite people to explore captivating realms of mythology and fiction. Simply mentioning giants often sparks lively discussions, igniting curiosity and a profound sense of intrigue. And that brings us to the end of our journey with the giants. And I'd like to thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Your support goes a long way into bringing more captivating stories to life. Now, before we wrap up, we would love to hear your thoughts on giants. Do you think giants are purely the stuff of legend, or is there something more? Would you rather have the ability to shrink down to the size of a fairy and explore their enchanting microworld, or grow to the height of a giant and experience their life from their towering perspective? Share your views in the comments section, and be sure to join us for next time as we venture into another fascinating tale of Strix and the giant owls. Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, nobody was here. Peace, peace. Uranus feared the power Kronos to overthrow Uranus.